Hey guys, it's Vass again from Aussie Playground. And yep, got another unboxing for you. This one is for the TP-Scorpio. This is a 1/5 scale car, it's an off-road buggy. Comes ready to run, comes already with the charger, 2 LiPo batteries, not one, but 2 LiPo batteries already pre-installed. Also comes with a 2.4 GHz radio, and as you can see, it's a very big car. Being a 1/5 scale, this takes up pretty much most of the screen on the camera, other than my clumsy head. So I'm just going to go ahead and open it up for you and show you what we've actually got. Okay, so I've got my knife now, so I'm just going to go ahead and open this guy up. Now, I actually bought this car from eBay, but you can buy it from the actual website of the supplier. The supplier of this car is Top 1 RC, which I think is also the brand of the car. Okay, now before I actually take the car out of the box, I just want to show you some of the things that you actually get, because this is quite a large car, and for me to flip the box over and show you and do all that as you would normally with a smaller box, it's a bit awkward with this one. So I'm just going to show you some of the stuff that you get when you open one of these up. This car is big. First thing I notice here, there's a bit of a leaflet, which is probably just some information about batteries and ESC, so that could be important. You might want to hold on to that one. There's also a bag here for the wing, so that's our wing there. I can see that there's no actual hard copy of a manual, but there is actually a disc. I'll just pull this guy out. Alright, so there's our manual there. Okay, in here we have the radio. Now this is a 2.4 GHz radio. I'll hold it up straight for you. There you go. Alright. It looks like one of those Fly Sky type remotes. They're a pretty cheap remote. You buy these for, I don't know, about 30-40 bucks on eBay, somewhere around there. Has a collapsible antenna. Has got some buttons in the back here. Yes. Got trims, dual rate, binding button, pretty standard basic stuff. I don't think it does anything too special. And it runs on 8 AA's, not 4, not 6, but 8. There's also a charger. Okay, this is a fairly tiny charger. So we've got our little AC adapter there, and the charger itself comes with a little bit of a manual with it. That's the little charger there, and there's some manual, a little instruction booklet just to show you what you need to do to charge up your batteries. Alright, so I'm going to pull these off very quickly. There's nothing in those, no, and get the car out for you. Here we go. Rightio. There's our beast. Beautiful body. First off, let me just say that the body is actually very nice. The car sits quite high too, and I'll flip him around front on so you can see what this guy looks like. A bit more of a side shot there on the opposite side. And of course the wing will go on the back here. Huge car. I'm very impressed with this one. The first thing you'll notice as well is just with the body. Normally you'd have the body posts on top, and the pins, the little clips will actually hold on to the body. This one's done from the sides, so I'm just going to quickly take these off. Alright, so now I've got all my pins off. I'm going to go ahead and take the body out of here, just to give you a quick shot. And there's our beautiful brand new chassis. Now we'll reposition the camera for you in just a minute to give you guys a closer look at the actual inside of the car. And if I can quickly just show the body off. The body does feel like a Lexan body. It's just plain white inside. Feels quite hard, quite firm. So I think this is actually a pretty good body that they've included with this kit. It's not one of those cheap little thin PVC things that as soon as they hit they split. So I think the body's going to hold up alright. Now I'm going to quickly reposition the camera for you to give you guys an inside shot of the chassis. Okay, so now that we've got a better angle on the camera, we can actually take a closer look at the inside of the car. I'm going to quickly go through pretty much all the features of the inside of the car fairly quickly for you, so you don't get too bored. The batteries provided, 2 LiPo batteries. They're a hard pack, come with these plugs already pre-installed. They're a 3200 milliamp, 20C, 2-cell LiPos, pretty standard stuff. They're the same brand as the brand of the car, so the Top 1 RC. I'm assuming that these are a rebranded LiPo battery. I'm not entirely sure what the true brand of these battery packs are, but here's hoping that they actually perform reasonably well. I've also got metal gearing, guys, and there is a 1500 kV motor. This is a huge motor, really big, long can, which also comes with a pre-installed heatsink and fan. I've got a Hobby Wing 80 amp ESC and aluminium chassis underneath, and I'll show you that there. So it's got a nice big aluminium chassis, all kind of countersunk screws as well, and these are all Allen screws too, so don't panic, these aren't Phillips head screws or anything like that. I've also got front and rear sway bars, and the suspension actually feels really well. There's probably a little bit more dampness at the front than there is at the rear. The rear feels a little bit more bouncy, but the dampness at the front actually feels really good. We've got threaded aluminium shock bodies, although they do have plastic shock caps and bottoms, and they've also got plastic threaded rings to adjust your spring tension. Not quite sure why they would have put plastic threaded rings on there on aluminium shock bodies, but this is how they've come. What else do we have? Adjustable toe in and out at the front, adjustable camber front and rear, great big massive A-arms, or lower A-arms rather. So these are really beefed up, very thick, should really withstand some pounding. Great big wheels. The wheels are absolutely huge. I can barely put my hands around these things. Tread pattern on the tyres, reasonably good, I think. I'm no racing expert, but these seem to be a fairly decent tread. Quite unique looking, to be honest with you, and very deep tread as well. So even on some sticky surfaces, like if you're racing around on clay, or maybe the ground's a little bit moist, these might flick off some of the dirt and continue to grip fairly well. The rubber compound feels fairly soft and kind of sticky, so I'm hoping that these actually provide some good grip. They do have foam inserts, or what feels like foam, but could also be a fairly dense foam, because they do have a little bit of firmness to them. There is multiple adjustment points for your rear wing, so you can adjust the pitch of the rear wing. There's also multiple adjustment points on your shock towers, so you can adjust your position, your shocks accordingly. And there's also 3 adjustment points on the A-arms. Steering servo, almost forgot about him. Steering servo is supposed to be a high torque servo, but there is no stickers on there to tell me any type of reading or brand that servo might be. I'm hoping that it holds up. There is a bit of adjustment as well. You've also got aluminium steering linkages, and there is some sort of servo saver mechanism in there as well. We've got steel dog bones all the way around, although I do believe the dog bones are captured at the wheels, but not at the diffs, obviously. What else do we have? We got aluminium braces on the A-arms at the chassis points. So just to give you an idea what I'm talking about these braces here, and there's another one at the rear as well, just at the back of the chassis. So fairly strong, beefed up. Everything is kind of XXX large. So I'm really quite impressed with most of what I'm looking at. As you can see, the chassis has also got a bit this tub kind of platform where they have the hard aluminium chassis on the bottom, and then the tub, this plastic tub sort of wraps around the aluminium chassis. Got a little receiver box in there as well. Big gauge wires, aluminium top deck, on and off switch, pretty straightforward. I will point out a couple of interesting things that I'm looking at right now, and that is the shock towers themselves. Although they are plastic, the way that they've mounted these shocks, they're not actually on the front, nor are they at the rear of the shock tower. They're actually in between. They've got a little slot here, and the shock kind of goes into the slot, and that's a very unique way of doing it. I've not seen that done before. The other thing I'm looking at as well is the inner wheel hubs. They're actually aluminium, and hang on, I'll show you on that one. So you can see, if I can show you, oh geez, this is a heavy car, just in here, actually I might, I'll try and show this to you, hang on, it might be tricky, there, okay, so that there, at the front end is actually aluminium. Well, that's it from me, guys. This is the TP-Scorpio 1/5 scale 4-wheel drive brushless buggy. Please hit the like button if you like this video, or the dislike button if you didn't. Also, feel free to subscribe and post any questions or comments that you may have down below, and I'll do my very best to get back to you. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.